house. Guess back house. Guess who's back and guess back. Chad's back in the motherfucking house. Chad's back in the motherfucking house. Back in the motherfucking house. Hello, everybody. What's happening? What it do? How on a day? Who is a capitalist? You know, I don't want to do this live since I got back on the 1st, right? But I got back too late and I was tired. Second, as I arrived, they didn't let me rest. Up and down the place, promoting my project with Vector. I think, say, after 6 months of working like a dog, you know, if I reach house, my plan, the first 7 days, I come and relax, I come and jaye, no, I don't want to do anything. Now, I learned something new about myself this week. I'm not in charge. I'm not in charge of myself. I'm not free, bro. You know, the more you do in life, the more successful you are, the more it's also a cage. Success is kind of a cage. You know, you have to forego certain freedom. I'm telling you, because if I had my way, I wouldn't do anything. I know we don't do anything. And in fact, not only have I done something, come, share that cat won't come to threaten you inside house, look. Why they fear this kind of small cat now? Cat jump, you jump. What the cat won't do you now? They won't give you winch. Are you sure? Say, anyway, my friend there, the fear cat. In fact, on the 7th, I had to go and play a show in Abuja. So not only did I not rest, I still travel again. Oh my God. Go back. Monday night, Tuesday, I've already back on promo. Wednesday, till now, this 1 week, till this moment I'm talking like this 1 week where I say I won't rest. I never see her with my 2 eyes like this. Oh, anyway. And my show for Abuja, it rained all day. I say it rained for Abuja like that too. All day raining. Because they don't say I want to show for outside. So I want to thank everybody for coming out to the show still. Regardless of the rain, people still come through. It rained all through. I don't even do sound check. And that's another thing I want to apologize about. You know, I wasn't really happy with the sound. Although the rain complicated because we kind of manage the thing where if you walk, but then decide to rain on all the old equipment on stage. We take some kind of risk, sha. How somebody did not blow up with electric that day, I don't know. Come here, I still won't play the show regardless of the rain, you know. I was just fucking. I couldn't do my sound check. It rained all day. But it was still a good show, you know. So thank you all for coming out. Yeah. Special thanks to Dumodu, Vect, and VDM, you know. But now VDM, I ain't let rain fall. Because I know they around. He's supposed to handle the juju side of the matter of holding the rain. You know, see, I get plenty enemies for. They won't spoil my show with any way they can. His own job was to secure. And Abuja is his home territory. But he go watch football. He go watch Super Eagles not qualify for World Cup. He went to watch us not qualify for World Cup. And I tell him before he go, none of now, me, the only time I follow footballers do friend is that they play well for Nigeria. But everybody, you know, they give them money, you know, they are famous, post them, they'll invite you to their club to watch match. But the one way they do for us, we second World Cup with all the kind of footballers we get. But also at the same time, I'm glad it's South Africa that will go or might go because of their setup. You know, they have built their local football to the extent that their local football now won't go World Cup. That's what is happening in South Africa. The South African League is going to the World Cup. When will the Nigerian League go to World Cup? Which day our league go World Cup? Ex-footballers are more interested in building gambling companies than building football teams. I never seen this kind of thing before. And that thing, that gambling, they spoil our national football. Those that know. Now that gambling, they spoil national football. Go and those that know. Yes, I said it. Not be one match where we play with Argentina for Abuja FIFA cancel the whole match where we beat Argentina. Say irregularity. Let's not even go into anything. No need. Because now when I no send in our country. Yes, people that come and politicians don't perform, you hate them. Footballers don't perform, you hate them. So, because everybody wants to be friends with everybody. Yes, everybody is a nice guy. Yeah, everybody is a nice guy. So, what can one say? They come to the national team and they play like all of us for Nigeria. Everybody for Nigeria. I swear down. Everybody for Nigeria. We are trying. Yeah, we are all trying. There's nobody that this government is helping. There's nobody that not be people be those basketballers who use their own money. Nigeria pay basketballers. Those boys where they play basketball for Nigeria. We don't even celebrate them as much as we celebrate our footballer. We don't celebrate them. But those our male basketball team, those boys, they use their own money to qualify for Nations Cup, qualify for World Championship, qualify for Olympics, to represent. Yes, it's also to show their own career, to push, because they don't have country to play for. But at the same time, they put people in national NFF is not doing us right. They didn't pay us this one. They didn't. But you're already a multi-millionaire, bro. Nobody is saying what they are doing is wrong, is right, but it's part of the larger problem what we need to fix for our country. But nobody is interested in fixing the larger problem. Nobody is interested to fixing the larger problem. Okay, the small one you feel do, you don't want to do the big problem. The small one that you can do, just do it for the nation. Our league is in shambles. Why? Because there's no professionalism. No professionalism. And the people among us that know the business, that have played the sport at the highest level, that know they are not interested. The people with the money in the country, we suppose they carry that money, they put for football. Go and look at the story of South African League, how they built it up. Even this Premier League, what would they watch? Now for our eye like this, Premier League start. The English League and Nigerian League, no difference before when I grow up. I swear. Rangers, all these people, and Arsenal, the same kind of football league, you know. Go look the investment, that the decisions that were taken to change English football to Premier League, from English League to the English Premier League. It's a commitment to develop. Now they say our own richest man. Wait till you say we won't go buy Arsenal. Thank God say they pursue him. Come on, fire. Say that your money, that kind of money we find here. Come on. You know, say you won't buy Canopila, a Nugu Ranger, a Yimba. Buy all this club. Put money in the publicity. Make it interesting. Fucking blow the shit up. Young boys get employment. Everybody, the league will get structured. They will get young team, under 17, under 15, like all these leagues. Employment, people will have something to hope to do. Hundreds of thousands of young people will be employed to run the club in different ways. Physios, trainers, not only footballers, they inside football club. A well-functioning football club. You never go Emirates before. Go any of those English clubs. Shopkeeper, steward, toilet cleaner, engineers, bartenders, restaurants, different things inside. A functioning football that like city on your own. Thousands of people will be employed in one club. Thousands. Don't do that. Nobody cares. Our league. I say I can never watch me. I watch Nigeria. Watch which league? When they kick Sansan from TV enter my parlor. Nobody cares. But at least I'm happy. Say South African League is going. South African League is going. So it's that not evidence that it can be done. That not evidence that it can be done. You know. Anyway, to discuss the topic of today, I will start with Nepal. I don't want to discuss this thing a long time, but due to all these things, what I tell you now, I never come to do this life. You know, but ancestors, you know, I tell you, the ancestors, they only let things happen when it's supposed to happen, you know. They only do these things when it's supposed to happen, you know. So, we as the people must be happy about that and give thanks for the ancestors' timing. What my cosmic mother, Marimba Ni, calls the cosmic time. The time that must be. It is the time, the cosmic time of things, you know. So all this Nepal thing unfold also will give me even more light and more evidence to show now, you know, because it exposes the powers and what it means. So look at break down Nepal, you know, a bit like NSAS. It started with internet, Gen Z, you know, you know, and Gen Z will then come, they do their, we want to be peaceful, no? But as I tell people during NSA, Moku no ever think, say, if we do our internet protest, say we diverse about one thing, and we come outside, we do a big protest. We are not the only ones in this country. When we talk, when we won't talk, the ones who don't get internet, they will come outside, can't talk the way they want to talk. They can't talk the way they want to talk. Let's say go protest the way they want to protest. Except we work with them together from the beginning. You understand? Except we work together from the beginning and decide on the action together. Meaning say, we could not organize among ourselves only. As we organize among ourselves, we believe say we open eye, we get data. Let's carry along those ones really for street. We don't get data, we don't get phone. Let them know what they do and how we concern them and how we can do it together. Or else, once they see say people don't show say they verse, they say the verse now. And often times than not, they are more angry than us. Say na me when they inside this house, the verse pass person when they say something inside traffic. Person wey son and rain they beat every day. As I the verse reach for Nigeria, I swear. I know the verse reach any street hawk. Even they smile, give you, they do even they none of us online. If you get data, if you get data, if you get data for your phone, you hear me? If you get data for your phone, you get smartphone, you go online, you comment, you catch cruise, you go out sometimes go drink, you get where you stay, you get one TV, no matter how small, you get one thing, you get one girlfriend. If you get any of these, if you did for all these things why they talk, you know they face 100 million of people in the verse for Nigeria. You know enter face 100 million. What did I tell you? I say if you dey any of this first 100 million of people in the verse, you know, enter. Your verse no day for the first 100 million. If they defeat gate vexing, you understand me? If you buy data, come online. God talk, say, please come and help me. I need money. That lie. You don't need anything. You go buy data. You this bastard. You go buy data. How do they catch you? You first go buy data. Come online. Come they tell me say you never catch you, my guy. It doesn't how they catch you. I swear. You don't get data. Which kind data? Which kind data? If you use internet, they ask me, say they hungry, say please anything, even 1,000, I want to feed. Say the internet, you ask me online. With phone for your hand. Guy, wait first. You know they for first 100 million of hungry people. First 100 million of hungry people, you know they. Tell me Tom, say 900, 2.5 gigabyte. You go buy 900, 2.5 gigabyte instead of Gary and milk. This guy, say hungry never catch you. You go take 900, buy 2.5 gig instead of sugar and milk with granola. Hungry never catch you. I think they talk out. Hungry never catch you. You know they top 100 million of hungry people for Nigeria. You are not in the top 100 million. If me I see 900 like this, as I did like this, I'll first go open 2 filling stations. First, 2 filling stations. Before I use the remaining money, take go buy drink, chop, scatter everywhere. I'll first go open 2 filling stations. If I see 900 naira, now 900 naira, they talk like say you get 900 naira. 900 naira. You say you dey hungry, you go 900. Tell me 900. Olora 2.5 gig. What's up, baby? Bye. If me I see her 2 filling station first, I'll first talk to chairman. I'll first talk to chairman for area with 2 filling stations. Somebody say, what if I borrow the data? You go borrow data instead of borrowing money. I say, if you have data, don't talk. You go borrow data, you don't borrow money. Person if he give you Wi-Fi, you know if he give you money to chop. I say, listen, all this to that point. You must borrow to eat first before you borrow to browse. If you must borrow to browse, borrow to eat. Forget the browsing. Use that money to eat. Free Wi-Fi. Instead of going to where they are sharing free Wi-Fi, go to where they are sharing free food. Go where they share free food, guy. You they go for free Wi-Fi where free food they. Don't move to where there's free Wi-Fi. Move to where there's free food. Move to where there's free food. Don't be say you can't go they use free Wi-Fi. They beg for food online. Anyway. Make I give you the gist of Nepal. So now see all the whole violence. So it be. Right? But without studying the imperialist angle and action, we no go really see the bigger picture. You might think you are fighting for your country while other people are using you to destroy you. We all know our country is corrupt and wrong and bad, and the way the Nigeria be. Pay attention to this Nepal story. It's very important to pay attention. China has an independent internet. China don't allow any Western internet tech for their own internet space. China controls their internet space. And what has it given China? It has given China the most successful internet base in the world because they have the biggest market. And then it has allowed local Chinese developers to create world-class app that dominates the internet. TikTok is the father of social media. TikTok ni baba won. You understand? They cannot contest with TikTok. So other countries have been thinking of following this model of removing their reliance on Western tech for internet to build their own local internet infrastructure. A country like Nepal that is quite poor saw that this can be an opportunity for them to boost their country into a wealthy country, to localize their internet and create that expertise for their people. Make una dey hear. I'm glad that right now, the gains of those people where they say they will gain for these things where they do for Nepal, the people of Nepal, the political organizations, the people movement of Nepal, hopefully they've taken the power from the military now and given it. But that's another story, but let me continue. Make I not lose track because this Nepal shit is very wide. It's crazy. So, the Nepalese government trying to pursue this idea. They start to regulate their internet space. You know, hate speech, fake news, you know, all these normal things. They wrote a letter to all the tech companies waiting for their country. Say they come open office for their country. Say they must give them representative for Nepal. Where if there's a problem, this is the who you go to in Nepal. These tech companies did not have such a person. Can you hear me? Should this still hang me, Abi? Can you hear me? Okay, fine. So to sign up to a law to bring a representative to their country, the Chinese company, TikTok, sign. Say, fine, we'll bring a representative to your country. All the American companies, WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever, they refuse to sign. They refuse to sign this agreement to bring a representative to the country that the people of the government can discuss with, rather. Naimu, as they refuse to sign, and maybe they refuse to sign because they know, as the Nepal government has announced, what this was leading to. Right, as I explained before, say Nepal wanted to build their own internet wall, firewall rather. They wanted to build their internet firewall to localize internet content and build their own internet. It just shows how powerful these tech companies are now in everybody's country. The same thing happened under Buhari, where Buhari banned Twitter. Nigerian youth protested that shit because Twitter refused. And when they said they don't fit topple the government, they came to an agreement. But that protest starts. So we must open our eye for these things. Do these tech companies, do we love the internet and these apps more than we love our country? Because we must understand the revolutionary underlining. Now, waiting the Nepalese government take that. They were able to mobilize, using the internet, the people of Nepal against the government of Nepal. So, waiting and they tell this story to open our eyes. The corrupt government of Nepal is similar to our government in corruption, widespread corruption. So once politicians don't dare for that kind of position, right, these big corporations can manipulate, because they know say the anger, that's what I first said now, I say, you are not among the first 100 million. Those people know the buttons to push in our society to open that anger. We, with our societies, we don't have those buttons. The way these big tech have those buttons. The way these big multinational corporations. So you know what they did in Nepal? How did this protest start? Who people organized it? The American National Endowment Fund for Democracy, CIA organization. Since Nepal government announced their plan 2 years ago, the American government has been infiltrating Nepal with millions of dollars, training young people on how to use the internet for dissent, training journalists, preparing the society to their so-called aids and grants, to their so-called NGOs. So as the Nepal government was trying to make this law, these criminals were also in their country. Criminals in action, CIA. If you follow the incidents, if you know Nepal, I don't want to really go deep into the history of Nepal and all that and what this is, and why were they willing to do this? Why would they do this to Nepal and not to Nigeria? Nepal had a communist government. The communist government in the parties in Nepal were strong. It was a socialist-leaning country. They said they didn't want Nepal to become like China. So what are we learning from this thing in Nepal is that, please, protest is good, protest is good. Find out who is behind the protest. If you are angry, use your anger to fight for yourself, not for somebody else's interest. That's what I learned from this Nepal thing. That's all when I watched it, I said, wow. I realized, the marriage between this CIA and all this social media, American tech, the marriage is strong. Look at what they use it to do to Gaddafi. Then by themselves, expose Facebook. Don't forget Cambridge Analytica. Cambridge Analytica. That was the company. Through Facebook that they used to do Brexit. Now don't forget when Mark Zuckerberg, they carry and go on the whole panel where they cry. Only Mark Zuckerberg changed the history of the United Kingdom with his internet platform. Hear the way that they shout, say, Putin manipulate election. Putin is evil. Putin is evil. Putin is evil. He manipulated election of America. When Zuckerberg was exposed, what have they done to him? Other than allow him to even consolidate more power. Somebody said with only Facebook, he do that kind of damage. Una allow him buy Instagram, buy WhatsApp, join himself again. Very important question here, Daniel Triton. Do you want a country where social media is controlled by the government? No, I want a country where social media is controlled by the people of that country. Where your country, you are the one in charge of your social media. Government is you are your government. When people they talk, say government controlled. Why don't you want government to control things in your life that will benefit you? But you willingly allow them to control the one in your life that harm and diminish and make you. Nobody ever says, oh, why does government control us on the road with traffic light? Why is there traffic light? Traffic light is a form of control. You don't want government control, but you want traffic lights. Why do you want traffic light? Is government not controlling you like that? We should just allow us to be driving as we like on the road now. Everybody should just be entering the road and be driving. Why do we have driver's license? Why should government control anything? Why? No. Why? Why should government control where you work? Your guys should be able to just make you work 24 hours a day and you should not have weekend. Why? Why should anything have control? Why? Because when white people spill these things, these capitalists spill all these things as if government control is bad, you know, because they don't want government to control their business and the way it harms the world. So we as Africans, if we are going to be angry, let us be angry for ourselves. Be careful, oh, don't let outsiders come and use us, you know. Another story I want to tell you people before I now make my final point too about this whole who is the capitalist. Now at the end of the day in Nepal, lives have been lost, damaged. The Nepalese people will find strength, they will fix their country, yes. But the damage is done, right? One of another issue we don't do for Nigeria, where they bother our mind now, this GMO. People don't tell me, talk about the GMO, talk about the GMO, talk about the GMO thing. And this another good topic to use to bring light. One of the biggest GMO companies we do for this world now, Monsanto, right? And them really be the leaders. And they be like say Bill Gates. No, I'm sure. Second phone day here. I think Bill Gates has shares in, I think. Let me, since I don't get my phone here to check. But Bill Gates, if not in Monsanto, I know for a fact he's heavily invested in GMO. I think he has investments in Monsanto. I think that's but I'm not sure. But he has investments in GMO. Now, how do these GMO companies really work? This is the gangster. This is not, you know, when they say gangster, mafia, you know, this is why in this capitalist system, mafias must try. Drug dealers will try. Because you see these people that commit crimes in this system of capitalism, now they really understand the system. You when they try to work hard, you can never. Even the World Bank said it by themselves. World Bank say, you have a bigger chance of winning the lottery. Listen to me. You have a higher chance of winning the lottery than dying above the class you are born into. I repeat, he has, make I see, the gates solo you are a wicked person. But let me repeat this my quote. They said you have a higher chance of winning the lottery than you do of dying above the class you are born into. They don't bring the thing, you know, they say Bill Gates money they there. Bill Gates money is in Monsanto. That Bill Gates is just a gang. Bill Gates is a gangster and everybody that rolls with him are gangster wannabe. Little gangsters. This guy is building, you know, gangster way. Go employ you, go tell you, go let you know. Those people they near them. If they let them know, say now, this is a gangster operation. Are you down for gangster? Those people say, Baba, we down. You say, take this check. Get ready. This is gangster shit now. Apparently, the Gates Foundation invested 23 million in Monsanto in 2010 to help the company through some financial woes. They want to use us they want to use us, take bounce back. They want to use African life. The way they mortgage Nepalese life just to not sign paper. Now, nobody's ever going to go back to them signing that. Let me not jump to the end of this life. Let me stick to where I am. And then stick to where I am like a branch. Let me stick to where I am like a branch. Hey, Ojo. My metaphors are out of this world, bro. My metaphors, let me stick to where I am like a branch. Vina, you there here? Hey, one of my best friends here. What's up, Vina? How you there, baby? Are you in Nigeria or UK? How like your boy? Anyway, VDM in the building. VDM, you say they owe me money for the show. Where you know do juju for the rain. Don't forget, you say you go send money, the rain, you know. Don't let me join Kokopi back. Oh. Don't let Kokopi now. I don't leave Kokopi side. Now you are there with. Let me stick to where I am like a branch. So when Bill Gates comes to Nigeria to try and get us, you know, I want people to understand what is really going on. What is Monsanto? What is this company that is going around trying to force everybody to chop their seed? This seed, let me start off from here. This Monsanto seed causes cancer, causes all sorts of liver failure, causes all sorts of diseases in the body. Exactly, because those things are cancer infused. And I will explain everything to the best of my knowledge as a non-scientist. And you can take what you are the talk for here now, go do your own research. Moku begin use the internet for that thing where they know what Moku they use them for. The internet contains everything we know that is not classified. And all unclassified information in this world, the internet. Why are we not using it? If you want no GMO, if you really, why your mind not just say that moment when they go look some kind stupid influencer, celebrity, they know their brain, see these people there, they want you to think that there's something special about. There's nothing with their brain they do, what your brain no fit do. The only difference is that They have gathered together to validate themselves. Finish. Nothing where they won't tell you. Nothing where me mad they tell you. Where if you dedicate yourself to reading, because the ideology will go lead you to find the right thing might be hard. But if you already know what you define, if you already know what you define for internet, it's not hard to find. But knowing what to find, the right thing to look for, maybe not the way you need work. But don't let anybody come fool you. Say nothing, one kind of special thing. They are special. These people, these niggas are dumb. Let me just say straight up. I go they watch their videos, just they talk nonsense, but they validate themselves. You now, everybody go line up because some stupid company where they pay our money for your back, where you don't know, say they pay our money. Where you don't know, say that they push it, they make and talk those things to put doubt in your mind, not to use those things where they use and think whether you can change to their own new products. That's all that they are selling you shit. That's all. Me, if I'm doing this live, why am I doing this live? I'm selling you something. It's liberation I'm selling. Anybody that is putting on their life, nobody is coming to sell you anything tell you anything about. They are selling you. This is a seller's platform. We are selling. Everybody here is selling something. Everybody here is selling something. Don't let them come and lie to you. Hey, for your own health, nigga. Just talk what you are selling. For your own spiritual, for your own salvation. That's why I always say, I'm here to tell you about our liberation. Because that one is our own. No, I don't have anything here for you. I have something for us. I'm selling it. It's free. It's free. Somebody say how much? It's free. It's free. Let them know exactly. We all have an agenda. Everybody get agenda on this fucking platform. Make nobody come and tell us say they are here for all this highfalutin, what will be this word? Altruistic intentions. Nobody is here for altruistic. There's an agenda. There is an agenda. There are some of us that make our agenda plain and clear and open. Why some people with the trick now with their own personal agenda as everybody agenda. Dr. Mo say everyone is selfish to what they believe and are willing to sell it to everyone. Well, maybe let's say biased, or prejudiced. Selfish is not such a strong, it's too strong, it's too strong. So, Monsanto is in Africa full force right now because all their big markets, be it in Australia, New Zealand, look, you can check this online. Monsanto is under attack in the West, where those ones have opened eyes to the death that Monsanto has wreaked upon their people with their seeds. So they talk about it as if, now this is the game. They say genetically modified organism. Man has been genetically modifying. Yes, every GMO have been around for a long time, but not chemical modification. Not a chemically induced genetic modification. The modification that has been going on genetically for ages has been a natural blend. No kind of chemical input. Let me tell you how Monsanto started this game. You can also appreciate, the long-term planning of these people. In 1942, a farmer called Franklin D. Jones, the man named Franklin D. Jones, created a herbivore called 2,4-D and 2,4,5-T. They were herbicide for killing weed. How does this thing work? If find out say this chemical, pay attention, this chemical, when you spray them on any plant, on broadleaf plant, it make them they grow, growth hormone, but it makes the cells grow uncontrollably. And as the cells grow uncontrollably, the plant die. If you follow medicine or science in any way, in any basic way, you're going to say any cell where they multiply uncontrollably inside body, and they call cancer. Once anything multiplies, anything is uncontrollable, just grows, anything that is just growing, any cell that just starts growing uncontrollably becomes a cancer cell. That's why you got to wonder why we don't see billionaires as cancer for society. Yeah, why don't we see them as what they are in society? If we know that any cell that grows uncontrollably, why do we allow cancer in us? Now we know what's in the cancer. If we look at nature, it gives us some answer. We know what is cancer. If we look at nature, it gives us some answer. Anything that is growing uncontrollably is a what? Cancer that we eat. So we know what the cancer in society is. We know what the cancer in society is. So they had this 2,4-D and we could basically create cancer in weed and kill them, right? But after a while, people find out, say this thing was killing and hurting people. After Monsanto don't tell people for years, say the thing is safe. They keep people. Yeah. After now for during Vietnam. Now they agreed expose them. Many reports don't they come outside to show say these 24D and 245T they cause different harm for people body. Bear with me, oh. This thing we are talking about is not seed. Oh. We are talking about herbicide here. Monsanto is not yet selling food to anybody. When they hear me, Monsanto is not selling food or seed. They are just selling herbicide, weed killer. Now, America was at war with Vietnam. American government believes the reason why Vietnam army they beat them now because of the forest. That their forest is so big and they know the forest, and they Americans don't know the forest, so the Vietnam they beat them. So the way they can win is to remove the forest from Vietnam. Yes, the American government tried to remove the forest from Vietnam. How? They decided to spray this weed killer because forest is mostly weeds, to spray Agent Orange all over the forest of Vietnam. They call them Agent Orange. Now they call this 245T. They sold it in batch to the American army. American army in turn, because all these years, remember, Monsanto has been saying not be their chemical they cause the disease for people's skin, the cancer lesions. Say this thing is safe. In fact, they paid a doctor that was drinking a cup of this chemical every day to prove that it was safe. Imagine what human beings would do for money. This man, the doctor, was drinking this thing. I'm sure now in hindsight, not be this thing they drink. So then I drink if I don't die. He must have been mixing them now water they would give up. Nobody would believe say doctor they lie now. This was 1950s, 60s. They were still respected. You're not gonna say they pay him to lie. Say now water they drink. Because the man was claiming he was drinking this thing, this 245T. This 24, he was drinking it, saying a drinker. Anyway, as they spray the thing for the farm, they now realize American army was getting all kind of cancer, sickness, disease. Agent Orange is toxic. So therefore, Monsanto was exposed without a doubt. Because a few people have been saying that the thing is bad, but they know they agree. But now, without a doubt, everything don't come outside. You feel me? So now, Monsanto must do what? He confuse the thing and realign. They went into trying to make this thing safe. They admit, okay, fine, it's bad. We're going to try and make it safe. They called all the scientists. Nobody could do it until one man called John France. By doing some chemical, he was a chemist, whatever they do, he was able to now use it to create something called glyphosate, which they also now said is safe. That so they kill people, when they spoil things, when they cause cancer for 245T, they don't remove them. This glyphosate, they sold it in the name of Roundup. Monsanto sold it in the name of Roundup. So yeah, I hope people are following this story. I'm not talking about Monsanto seed, though. We are still talking about their weed killer. Now, this glyphosate, they say they kill not just grass, not just broad weed, they kill grass too. In fact, any plant, if you spray glyphosate on any plant, it will kill it. And Monsanto also say is safe. So let's ask ourselves. People will lie. They knew in Monsanto that 245T was not safe. They knew all those years from 1945 they had known. From 1945 they had known. They did not admit till 1970. These same people come bring out another one. They say it's safe, and everybody agree. It's good to be white. It's good to be white in this world. I cannot lie. It's all right if it's all, because if a black man try this kind, when you first bring out such a way, kill everybody, they can't say now you they kill them. Because you go bring out another one, say, no, this one, we promise you. Whoa. In fact, that first time, they don't already kill you. You're already in jail. That first one, when you do first, you're already in jail. You are still in jail, so you cannot get time. You cannot get time to do the not to the suntan body now to avoid the risk of cancer. No, suntan is gone and it cause cancer. But we black people have melanin, so we are less tax risk of getting it. So, but we can't suntan. We can only get sunburn as black people. There's no tanning. You have melanin. I won't take tan. Yes, and we as humans, as human beings, we are here, good with the sun. There's not a problem. The worst you can get is as a black person. I don't know. Okay, fun fact, people will say tanning is because somebody say white privilege. Tanning is actually not a privilege because it causes cancer on them if they don't use sunscreen. White people will catch cancer under the sun if they don't use sunscreen, And fun fact, the only other thing that can die from being exposed to the sun are viruses. Viruses don't like the sun. They die when you expose them to the sun. And Europeans also die if they don't use sunscreen under the sun. I'm not saying anything, I'm just saying. Fun fact. So let me continue this story of Monsanto that they want us to be told, that they say that is safe. The GMOs, the GMO ambassadors, the capitalists, you know. So I continue my story on glyphosate and John France. So around 1970 something, I think he invented late 70s here. He got this Roundup for Monsanto. Monsanto came out as usual with their millions. They were making $1 billion a year from 2,4,5-T already. 1 billion every year or something like that. So they had the money, threw money around. Glyphosate is here. This is the safe thing. Blah 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 blah. This is the this. This is the that. Now with glyphosate, farmers found out that they don't need to till their ground. You know, if you're into farming, you go understand. Say in the beginning of the farming season, to get the ground ready for farm, to get your soil ready to farm, you must till it to kill all the weed. You know, they will kill all the weed, mix the weed with the sand, like, you know, because like compost, you guys to till the whole ground to kill any competition for the crop. You know, go like me weed, grass, anything they there, we go they follow the crop, they drag for nutrients inside the soil. So you must first till the ground, then start planting your seed in the till, you know, and all year, as the thing is growing, you have to still go back there and remove the weed. But what Roundup did, within Monsanto talk, they say this is their magic chemical. Since it kills everything, farmers found out that they could just spray it on all the floor. Wow! In the beginning of the planting, yes. And Monsanto say it was safe and biodegradable. Meaning say, you know, they poison the soil. They hear me? It doesn't poison the soil. So you can just do it and plant the seed inside the soil with the chemical there already. And then the thing will grow. And then, you know, and then you continue to weed. But then the farmers encounter the problem. When we till, we still have to be doing the manual thing, you know. But Monsanto now had their joker. Monsanto now had their what? Their joker. They had developed seeds that were resistant to glyphosate. Meaning say they invented seeds that if you spray that their Roundup on top of this plant, it no go affect them. In order to create these seeds, they got the DNA from a salmonella that was near their plant that got resistant. Listen, Google this shit. I can't go into explaining it. But basically, they took the DNA from this salmonella, begin to inject them inside the seed. That is their own genetic modification to reconfigure the seed with that their salmonella resistant DNA where they develop. So a Monsanto seed, if you plant Monsanto seed in your ground, you can spray Roundup on that plant all year long. It will only be killing the things waiting for your farm we no day resistant, right? So if you have Monsanto corn, Monsanto soy, Monsanto anything, you can just be spraying that glyphosate. You don't need to be going to weed your farm. You can just be blanket spraying it all year, and your plants will be safe and healthy. Let's even agree that all of that is true. Here is what makes Monsanto gangster. This is like the gangsterism of Monsanto. This is how Monsanto was able to grow in the world. Imagine now, say you be Monsanto farmer. You dey use this Roundup and their seed. Me, where I be your neighbor, I no be Monsanto farmer. I no want use Monsanto seed. I no want get anything to do with Monsanto. I no like their herbicide. I no like their seed. Me, I want to continue my normal way of growing my food, of organic growing, of the way me I know. I don't mind to go my farm, go they weed them every day, the way my papa teach me, the way it has always been. I want my way, right? As your neighbor, they spray in farm all day with glyphosate. Breeze go they blow the glyphosate. Come your own farm. You will not get Monsanto seed. What is going to happen to your farm? Waiting go happen to your farm. All your crops will die. If your neighbor gets Monsanto farm, you will not get Monsanto farm. Just by your neighbor spraying in farm every day is killing your crop, because your crops are not glyphosate resistant. Tell me that is not gangster. So now the only way for you to survive as a farmer is to go and meet Monsanto to buy their seed. We no go die from your neighbor. You know how mafia they operate? Mafia will come your shop where they do business. They go say, pay us money, or by the time you go house, come back. This shop no go dey here. You guys pay. Because if you don't pay them, when you go your house, your business will be destroyed. So you must pay them to protect your business. You understand? When Monsanto come area, they don't need make all the farmer. If now 1,000 farmers they farm for day, Monsanto just need to bribe like 3 or 4 to enter Monsanto business. Once those 3 or 4 don't enter Monsanto business, they are sure In fact, those 3 or 4, Monsanto ready to dey dash them money, they pay them to look like say they dey very successful, say as as they be. I sure. But by the time they start to dey operate, all the other farmers around that farm no have choice but to become Monsanto farmer, because the operations of a Monsanto, it will kill all the natural plants in the area. So it's not a coincidence that they went to get somebody from the food basket of our country, a celebrity from Benue, my brother Emma. Now he show. Once Emma just open like 1 or 2 farms for that area, that don't bother. Anyway, over the years in Nigeria, our farmers have already entered Monsanto trap. One say that new since Jonathan time, Adeshino, that agricultural minister, now he don't entrench Monsanto for Nigeria. But our farmers have been fighting back. Low key. They cannot afford the seeds. Because when you become a Monsanto farmer, they make you sign an agreement. This is real gangster shit. I tell you now, this agreement, when you buy seed from them, you can only use that seed for 1 season. You cannot use it this year. The one where you can't use. You can't use it the next year. Monsanto will sue you. Any seed where you not plant, you must either destroy it or return it. Regardless if, as you grow your crop, you won't go sell it for market, you get accident, or your crop scatter, you didn't make money that year, but you still have some extra seeds, you cannot use it too. And you cannot plant natural again. They make their contracts in such a way that the farmers must buy seed from them every year. You cannot dash the seeds that you have bought to your friend to plant in his house. Imagine this kind of gangster setup, say. You are not using Monsanto, Abi. You people in this area don't want to use Monsanto, Abi. Okay. You don't want to pay protection, Abi. You don't want to use glyphosate, Abi. You don't want Monsanto seed, Abi. All of you, Abi. Fine. They don't go find 2 people among you. Use once one person, once one farmer enter, once he spray, the neighbor die. Neighbor go, he go enter. Now they don't be 2. Double spray. They don't be 4. 4 spray, 16 spray. So imagine African farmers that are poor already, that now have to be buying this seed from Monsanto. In Senegal, Mali, as in Google this, farmers in India, many countries have been roped into this thing that they are now fighting to come out. That's why Billgate has come with his money to bamboozle all of us. Because they know say the green revolution for farmers is starting. Say you go soon reach Nigeria. Our farmers go soon wake up. We go soon wake up. And they know say once Nigerians wake up to something. Waiting Billgate no understand. They say many of us don't travel now. We don't already go. People don't know. Say GMO is not good. They don't see. People don't know. They don't know the intricacy. But we know. So it's not easy to come back and tell us now. Only in Africa, GMO is good in Africa. In Africa. Now it come good. Go and look at the spate of, just Google Indian farmer suicide. Yes, that's what we explain to you what our own farmers are going through here. Google Indian farmer suicide on YouTube. Enough documentary. On Google, enough articles. So now, what is a capitalist? Monsanto is a capitalist company. I'm trying to explain to you now. This tech company, their actions in Nepal, this Monsanto, their action all over the world, it shows say the number 1 characteristic of being a capitalist means you put profit over life. Profit is more important than anybody's life. Until in your heart, you are like that. You're not yet a capitalist. Many of us believe, say capitalism means say you dey work, you dey earn money. No. Capitalism means you are on the side of capital. Finish. To work and earn money in an already capitalist country just means you are a slave of capitalism. We are all enslaved to the system of capitalism. Because capitalism imposes itself on all aspects of your existence. Your food, your house. There's no alternative. There's no society where person feel go say, I don't want to capital. You are trapped, imprisoned in capital. So you must obey the rules of capitalism. But obeying the rules of capitalism and being a capitalist are 2 different. But when you believe in the rules of capital that puts you on the side of capital, we make you believe say capital is more important than the lives of people. Capital is more important than the peace. Capital is more important than happiness. Capital is more important than joy. Capital is more important than love. Capital is more important than culture. Then you are a capitalism does not mean you go and buy something or you sell something. No, capitalism is that you believe that that action is the most important action in the world. That you as the buyer think that thing that you have gone to buy makes you special. And you as the seller think that the money you are collecting from that person that you have makes you special. Those are capitalists. And moreover, capitalists must have what? capital. The real capitalists of the world have capital. The rest are just capitalist fans of capitalism. The rest of you that like capitalism without capital are just fans of capitalism. You are just fans because you lack the capital. And don't think, say, because you go play for Forex, you go tatete online with your little change, with your 500, with your 5,000, with your 10,000. If you are not at the level where you can pack $10 million somewhere without thinking of it, you are far from a capitalist. If you don't have controlling shares of company, you are far from a capitalist. If you are not on the board, that you have 1% share or 0.001, you have 1 share. You go buy, they say BlackRock is doing this. You go buy 2 shares for BlackRock. You say because you have 2 shares in BlackRock, you too, you're a shareholder of BlackRock. Therefore, you're a capitalist. Shut up. You are fans. You are fans of capitalism. The rule of being a capitalist is that, another rule is that you must have capital. If you don't have capital, you have no capital. You are not a capitalist. You are just a fan. You understand me? If you look at the military-industrial complex of this world, the Trumps, the Netanyahus, all these Keir Starmer, Macron, President Tinubu, one thing they have in common is that they are willing, all leaders of the capitalist world, put the profit incentive above the human incentive. Remove subsidy. Yes, people will suffer. They are always, their own sacrifice is people. They are always willing to sacrifice people. Look at Trump in America. How is he dealing with immigration problem? Are they targeting the criminals? No. He's just rounding people up, sacrificing innocent people in the name of carrying out his policy. All over the world, it is the people that the capitalists wish to sacrifice. That's another trait of a capitalist. They sacrifice people for profit. So that is a capitalist. I've explained to you with GMO and through Nepal the actions of capitalists in society. They're the ones that will mortgage your life now for their own interest. Yeah. Thank you all for joining this live. Let's go and have a wonderful weekend and not be capitalist.